Alright, it's a cold one today. Compliments to the artist if you do that. Every time I see this it gets worse. If your mate asks you if you want to take apart his Datsun, say no. So alright guys, Happy New Year. So we're in the little garage today because obviously we're now going to tier 4, so we're getting further away from opening the big garage up. So not ideal, but I have got some big brakes to fit on the RX7 today, and it's absolutely freezing. So it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, car's still frozen. But got a big brake kit in that box from DM Motorsport, so we'll open that up and I'll talk you through it, and then we'll see if we can stay warm long enough to get on the car. Right, so this kit is from DM Motorsport. We've got the bells, 2 caliper adapters because it uses the standard calipers, and then the Brembo rotors that just bolt onto the hats. Now this kit, it never actually got sold by DM because when they were doing the R&D, these are 22mm and the standard ones are 20mm, so they had an issue with some pads not fitting because of the thickness of the disc. So worst case scenario, I'm going to have to get the pads machined down by 1mm, which is not the end of the world. This kit cost me 300 quid for 330mm discs, and if I want to get sort of a aftermarket caliper kit, you know, you're looking at 1200, 1500 quid. So this makes sense for me, and you know, I'm not doing any circuit driving, so I don't need no crazy calipers on the back. But what we'll do now is get the car jacked up, get an axle stands, and then we'll see how big these look compared to the standard ones. Alright, so just bolt the hat onto the rotor, which was a bit more work than I expected, but looking at it next to the old disc, looks a lot better. And obviously when it's behind the wheel, it'll just fill the wheel out a lot better, because I've got 18s and these little things, I think these are 294mm and these are 330. These are just getting lost behind it, look like little biscuits. So anyway, let's take the caliper off, get the old disc off, and then we'll put the caliper bracket on, new disc, then caliper on, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so it's the next day, because we had an issue with this bracket fitting. Basically, this is the other side, and this edge here, that was catching on the hub behind it. So I had to take it home, grind a little bit of material off, but now it fits fine. There's a hassle down here because we've got no power, but it's not the end of the world. So at least the frost's gone today, it's warmed up a degree or two. But I also had to, this backing plate had a lip on it, and that was catching the edge of the disc, because obviously the disc is a bit bigger. So what I've done for now is just bent that out of the way. Not ideal, but I'll probably get some custom backing plates made in the future to take a 330mm disc. But all I've got to do now is throw these things on. Now I have been looking, obviously these have got slots on them, and I've been looking which way these are supposed to go, and there seems to be varying opinion. They say the main concern is these veins down here. So if they're a straight vein, apparently they can go on either side, but there's also people that say these ones matter on the front of the face as well. So I'm going to whack this one on the right hand side. This is the right driver's side for now anyway, and then if you know any of the science behind these grooves on the face, then leave it in the comments and let us know. So let's get on, see what it looks like. Alright, so done. Now, I've not cleaned the oil off the disc yet because it's still got the old pads because the new ones aren't turned up. So I don't want to just sat here rusting, so I'll just leave it on for now, and then when I come to fit the new pads, I can just clean the discs off. I spoke too soon about the weather because it's starting to snow, which is nice, and I'm not going to do the other side yet because a mate of mine is going to take these and draw them up in CAD because the company that makes them no longer produces them. So if I ever like strip a thread in there, then I'm knackered if I can't replace this. And also if I ever need to replace the hats for the rotors, and they don't make them either. So the left hand side I'm going to send to him, he can draw them up and then send them back to me. It should take, you know, a week or so, and then by then the new pads will be here anyway. So last thing to do is get the wheel on and then see what it looks like behind it. So I know that brakes aren't supposed to be for looks, but definitely looks a lot better. You can see it behind the wheel. A problem with RX7s when you fit 18s is that the brakes just disappear and look a bit daft behind it, and it's sort of making the fronts look a bit stupid because they're little tiny things. So as soon as I can hide enough money from the wife, I will be sorting them out. But that's going to be it for today's video. Now, if you do like your Jap cars and stuff like that, make sure to subscribe, because this year we've got quite a bit of content planned. We're going to do a DIY paint job on the RX7, and also as soon as COVID relaxes and we can get on with the Datsun build, we're going to be doing a full 280Z build with a RB25. So yeah, hit subscribe, smash a like, and I'll see you on the next one.